Oh, damn. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are listening to Smooth 98.1, where we love music and we love life. So every Friday from 11 till 11:55, right here, we call it Film Focus and we talk about everything that has to do with the movies, the series, the animations, the documentaries. And not just that, we also give you the updates as touching what's happening in the world of movies. You can always be a part of this by sending your messages to WhatsApp. The WhatsApp line is 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. And we're currently streaming on YouTube. You can join us on YouTube at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. That's Smooth 981 FM Lagos. My name is Oluwaseun. As always, I am not going to be giving you the updates or analyzing the updates. I do have a team of experts, if I say so myself, and according to their track record, they are experts in this. So joining me in the studio to analyze as well as review all that we have lined up today is the one and the only Oris. Good morning.
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Lagos. And good morning, I guess, the non-Lagosians.
Yeah. Okay. Well, joining us on Zoom, you can see not his face, maybe his name, and to review as well and give us his take on all that we're going to be discussing today is Irabor Okosun.
Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Oris. Pleasure as always.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. How have you been, Oris? What's been up? What have you been watching?
Okay, because those are not the same questions. How have I been? We know you don't care, so I shall skip to. I've been seeing quite a lot actually. For some reason, I decided to get back on my horror vibe.
Oh,
and I've seen the rather successful, even if it's an uneven franchise, called Thor, one with the Jigsaw Killer. I think they had the last one, 2023, but the first one was 2006, a long time ago. Anyway, I think over the past week I saw for 1 to 7.
So wow, what happened?
I'm not even sure, honestly. I just wanted to finally get on that vibe. I never saw the first one to the end back when it showed up, back when it came up. So yeah, I saw the series 1 to 7. I think there are 2 more. There's one with Chris Rock. Then there is another one, like I said, 2 years ago, kind of like a rethread. Anyway, 1 to 7, I saw that. What else did I see? I think I was in a scene. Okay, I think I've discussed the Yellow Day already, so that was like a week or 2 weeks ago. I went back and I saw another old film from 1995 called Dress to Kill. By a guy, by Brian De Palma, by the way, who you would know as the person who directed the very first Mission Impossible, the Tom Cruise documentaries. What else have I seen? Nollywood, my people. What did I see from our people? I don't think I've seen a Nollywood. I don't think I saw a Nollywood picture over the past week. I have to think about that.
Then I saw that forgettable.
In fact, I have there's a story I want to write. The title is this: Why have intelligent people abandoned Nollywood? Anyway, so there is that. Then I saw so there's a new series on the Red app called Too Much by the lady Lena Dunham, who did Girls like 12 years ago, 10 years ago, or something. So she's back with another sitcom.
Wait, hold on. Who did Girls?
Lena Dunham.
Like the movie Girls?
No. It's a series from, like I said, 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah, never mind.
So it was quite successful on HBO. This is, of course, in the US. So she's back now and she's doing stuff, another sitcom on the Red app. The first season just came out. So I saw, I think the first 2 episodes. There's supposed to be 10. I've seen the first one. I think the lady has another hit on her hands. Yeah, I think that should be enough for now. I can't remember anything else I saw. Like I said, seeing the 7 parts of Saw took a lot of my time over the past week. Yeah.
How is it like when you binge watch?
I guess I go by curiosity. I'm just like, okay, there is some time here. Just sneak it in, stick it in, stick it in. Just before I go to bed, actually. So I'm going to like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. just because I'm trying to see a horror movie. I'm trying to like, make the horror really horror. Fortunately, I guess I'm too old now to be really scared. If this was like back in the day when we were seeing Evil Dead, my goodness. Sheesh. Scary stuff. But not anymore. I think everything does okay. That is gory, that is blood. Okay. Next. Anyway, but that's my story.
Okay, Irabor, what's your story?
I mean, what have I been watching? Yeah, I went to the cinema. I saw F1.
Okay, how was that, by the way? Did you like it?
Yeah, solid film. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it. Solid, very solid film. I love the score. I loved the wardrobe. I love the acting. I'm a fan of Brad Pitt. Also a fan of Damson and Daniel
So is
Kaluuya. Although
is it the
Kaluuya
new
wasn't
guy?
in.
Do you think he has what it takes to be the next black big boy in the Hollywoods?
He might.
Yeah, he has what it takes for sure. He has what it takes. Yeah, he has. He does. He does. He does. He does. Mm, he does. I mean, if they're going to cast a new Black Panther, I think Damson should be the person to take the
Should
reins,
or might
in my own
be
opinion.
or qualifies.
Isn't he
I
a little
mean,
too
when I
slight?
say should, I mean like no, he's actually okay. I mean, buff up a little bit more, a
Exactly.
little
That's kind
bit
of what
more.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Then
How tall is he?
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like
average. I don't think he's as
Damson
tall as Chadwick.
isn't short.
Yeah, I just
He's not
was
Kevin Hart though. So
low blow, low blow, low.
Below the belt.
Okay, okay,
no,
okay.
but yeah, I mean, probably a bit taller than Sheon, maybe thereabouts.
Yeah,
I mean,
so that's one of
everybody
my
should be
things,
taller
right?
than I am.
I just wonder if Dancing has the physical stature and also the presence. I think he's so goofy to be the next Denzel. But I mean, to
No,
see, I guess. I don't
maybe.
think he is. I think he's a little too
That's what I mean.
playful.
Yeah, sorry, that's what. Yeah. I think that there is Denzel's charisma that he could twitch up a little bit on.
Yeah, it's British. I don't know, if those guys ever become like the big boys in Hollywood. They are more like supporting characters. But yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. Idris, for instance, I don't think Idris was ever. Is Idris Elba? Is he the biggest black actor
No,
in Hollywood? He is not, right?
no, it's still Michael B, in my own
Yeah,
opinion.
I think we're in Michael B. Jordan's era, and unfortunately, Damson has showed up at this point. So I do not know that there's necessarily like two spots. Kind of like when Will Smith was king. It was pretty much just him. Denzel was doing stuff, but more like on a subdued level. He wasn't like the blockbuster king during Will Smith's reign. So it feels like
At a point,
yeah.
at a point, it's going to be more than one. At a point, it will be more than one.
Is it going to be
Because
now though? Is it going to be now?
if okay, how do I put it now? So when we talk about Tyler Perry, for example, because of the wealth of knowledge and experience and the wealth he has and the equipment and the space and all that, I feel people like Tyler are supposed to be putting these guys, to work. Spike Lee and co. Like, let them create films that would showcase these guys and their talents. Somebody like Daniel Kaluuya, I feel he's one of the best out there. Daniel and John Boyega as well. Those are good
Yeah,
actors.
I think Boyega's issue with Disney from like I don't know 4 or 5 years ago about being on the cover. He had an issue with Disney when he was in Star Wars and was complaining about the characterization, about them not knowing what to do with a diverse character. I think that thing kind of set back his career a bit because I don't think he's been on a major production since that whole thing with Disney. So my point is anyway that Boyega doesn't seem to, if he cannot be the guy. I don't think he can be the guy anymore. This is B. Jordan's era. B. Jordan is American, so I think he will get all of the opportunities. And Damson, I think he's a little bit like not really great timing for him. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Anything is possible, and I guess they'll also evolve over the years. So fingers crossed, and all the best. Okay, so is that all, Irabor, or there is more?
I think what else again? I'm seeing something on the Red app. But now the thing is, I have an issue with the kind of movies and TV series that we are seeing on the Red app. I'm not really I'm not even talking about Nollywood now.
Okay.
I think
And
Hollywood
there is
as well.
there's no Nollywood already anyway. So fair.
Do you
Not really.
understand? I mean, there's one that's going to come on the 18th,
Which is that one?
from
What is that?
Kemi Adetiba,
Oh
July
yes,
18th.
yeah. No. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward.
About that.
I'm looking forward heavily to that one.
So that one is there, but now we don't have that influx generally from cinema to the app or straight to the app and all that. So we're just relying on YouTube, which I cannot even criticize YouTube movies. I understand the idea behind it because everybody's just trying to churn out content, make as much money as possible. So I get the business side of that one. Now there's levels to it when it comes to the platforms. I was watching Old Guard 2, and I would say 3/4 in, I was just looking like, okay, what was this? Waiting with they do, waiting with the talk, waiting with the act, waiting with the like. I even saw Chiwetel inside. I'm like, thank God Chiwetel is getting gigs, so at least money there for hand. But I now looked at it beyond that, like, what are they acting? What is the storyline here? What is remaining in this film? This film is almost done, though, because I kept checking the time, like, hey, 3/4 don't pass. So what is going on? I wasn't just understanding it. So I think everybody is relaxed, just like with Afrobeats. I think there is also should I say, lull in the movie world, especially from those who are leading the pack, where you're not really getting back to back to back, or at least 2 or 3 in a quarter type films where you can say, yes, that's a film. I don't think we have that, except I am not looking in the right places. So please, anybody who is out there, please do recommend for me. I am not impressed. I'm not happy, especially those that have the resources to put things together. That's why I was saying the other time that Tyler and Co, they need to come together. The Will Smiths, the Denzels, they should stop yapping and complaining about white Hollywood, that they don't give them opportunities. You have the money, you have the bandwidth, you have the following, you have everything, the cloud, all of it. Why not create your own films? Like, in fact, even hire the white people self. I hate complaining when you have the resources to do things. So I feel that they need to do that and stop complaining, because I was seeing this documentary trailer by Jamie Foxx that he said he's doing, or he did with Kevin Hart, number one on the call sheet, where they were highlighting, all these black actors who were number one on the call sheet. And I just saw that, I just like, I'm sure these guys can each bring $500,000, come together. They don't even pay themselves. Let them just pay the equipment people and those who would put the film together and just make great work, that kind of thing. So again, I just feel that that's what they need to do. There's just a little bit of complacency in the movie world right now, especially from Hollywood.
Let's hear about that. Let's quickly do the rounds and let's go to check the box office numbers and see what has been at the cinemas and how much it's making. Also, we'll tell you the top 5 on the streaming apps and what Nigerians have been watching. Irabor, you back with us?
Yes, I am, yeah.
All right, so we're quickly going to do the box office numbers and then we get to the top 5 on the streaming apps.
May I add something? Sorry,
okay, go on, please.
I mean, we're doing red app, Abby. We're doing orange app. We're doing blue app, Abby. Are we going to do something for YouTube? Are we going to do something for cinema, like actual things that are showing in cinema?
Yeah, that's what we said we were going to do.
Okay. All right.
What? Is that not what we do? YouTube and the cinemas.
No, what I'm saying is like actually have or let people know what's showing in cinemas.
Yeah, that's it. That's the numbers that we're talking about. That's what we do before now.
It's not the same thing, sure.
What's that? What are you talking about?
What is showing at the cinemas? What money it made last week or so. They're not the same thing.
It's not the same as what is showing at the cinemas, the general things showing at the cinemas.
We don't really do that, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
because
we don't do that.
So that's what he's asking about.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Because sorry, because when I went to when I went to see F1, do you know that there are 17, 18 movies showing in cinema currently?
Yeah.
I was surprised though. I was like, really? They said yes. I said, oh. I was like, I wish I could have.
How many of them are from us though? Did they?
I think about I think it's half and half.
Okay.
40, 60 or 60, 40. But it's not, there's no disparity like extreme. No.
Yeah. All right. So again, for the sake of clarity, what we're going to be telling you are just some, it's like a select number of movies pretty much the ones that are making enough money to rise up the ratings or the list now. So maybe the top three for the cinemas, and certainly not all the movies showing at the cinemas. And the same thing applies to the streaming platform, just the top five, not all the list of what Nigerians have been watching, because again, we possibly do not have the time for that. So we'll just mention one or two at the cinemas. And according to the post made 4 days ago, it said that Excellency has gotten 24.5 million naira. That's Her Excellency, rather. It has the likes of, I think this is the movie that was released to celebrate the 60th birthday of what's his name now? Pa Adebayo Salami. That's the father of
60? Is it 60?
Yes.
60.
Yes. You think he's
So
older?
Is Ali Baba's mate?
I believe so.
Ah, okay. All right.
Unless I'm mixing things, I'll confirm that and come back. But the last things I saw on social media making rounds was 60. But again, you can never be too sure of this thing. So I'm going to confirm that. So in that movie, you have the likes of Shola Shobowale, Bimbo Ademoye, Adebayo Salami himself, as well as Femi Adebayo, Odunlade Adekola, and so on. So that is Her Excellency. Then another thing at the cinemas, I think Irabor watched it. That is F1, 36 million naira. But that is not just from Nigerian cinemas. That, according to them, is West Africa. Do you think it's bad, or it's just there?
86 million.
Mm.
What dates is this?
I said 4 days ago.
Well, still early days, and to be honest, I'm not sure that F1 or Brad Pitt are particularly huge draws in Nigeria, or maybe even across the sub-region. So not surprising. Dancing are still isn't there, so you can't say.
All right, so
I feel what would help is these guys actually coming to Nigeria and doing some face to face.
Or even low figures. What do you come and do here?
But
You don't have enough. There's not enough.
But when I was saying that the Netflix thing was a wrong move that time, but you say at least now they saw it fit to come and try. So let them also come and try.
Like, what are we doing? Brad Pitt and Dempsey will now come to Nigeria, please. Especially
Yes.
Brad. No,
seriously, you don't think people will show up?
I don't think people will. I think they will, but I don't think that the amount of money they will spend to get Brad Pitt to come here is going to be justified on a business level. Yeah, so I think that's the major thing.
Sorry, you said the Red app chucked that money into one corner, like it didn't really affect them. I don't think it will affect them. How much do they need to spend? $500,000?
That's to bring people like Brad. This is not the Red app's money now. Is it?
No, I'm speaking about studios. Studios, they have money now. People are doing effort.
I know, yes, no, but it has to make sense on paper. So, for instance, they can bring the guys of Black Panther here, because that one brings, I think Black Panther has done the best in the cinemas over the past maybe 15 years or so. That one makes sense if they want to do that. But for films like anything beyond Black Panther, I don't think it makes sense at all for them to show up in Nigeria.
A promo from maybe like 2 months before, like a promo like, the first people, oh no, sorry, maybe not 2 months before, but I'm sure they'll figure it out. But basically a promo where you say those who go and watch the film stand a chance to do raffle draw where you can get to drive alongside Brad or Dempsey.
Look, on paper, all of these things make sense, but I'm saying business-wise, no. Renewables money is
in 2019, would this have worked?
That's a good question. Maybe in 20, yeah, maybe then. It's something like they could have considered at all. But now, I don't think there's any space for that to even happen, because it just would not make sense. The money just
is there any space for another streaming service like the Red app and Blue app in
of
Nigeria
course there is.
There? No, I don't believe there is.
I believe there is.
Justify your point, Shehu. Justify your point.
Yes. Tell me why you feel that way.
So I think there is, because there is always, now we're going to talk about that later, and I don't know if you were able to take a look at it, where as a result, I think it was last month, we talked about the hike in price for the Red app.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, we knew that it was going to have some sort of consequences. And so I think it kicked in, and some people are just starting to feel it. And so they are flocking to another site, which is definitely a pirated site.
Yeah, that's illegal. Yeah.
illegal, yes. So the space being for another streaming app, yes, because one of the reason is because of the cost, and we're looking at I would say something more indigenous, something that caters more to Nigerians, and something that is more cost effective for Nigerians.
YouTube is already free.
So-
What else do you want?
Not all the
If-
things that you have on the Red app are on YouTube. YouTube is an entirely new, people are making their own production for YouTube. So when I say something tailored to Nigeria, I'm not saying Nigerians only making their movies for the app. I'm saying something that, okay, we can afford to watch a little bit of Hollywood at reduced cost or something like that. You know, the sachet economy. So,
But you know, there's this thing. There's this thing. The professor in school taught me. It was like, you can have a gap in the market, but is there market in that gap?
Exactly.
Do you understand? So yes, there is a gap in the sense of how you're putting it. But if you look at the overhead of what it will take to first build, sustain that streaming app that you're talking about, whether indigenous or international, the ROI we just spoke about ROI now in terms of Damson and Brad Pitt coming to Nigeria. Like, what's going to be the ROI? That's an infinite amount of years to start calculating your ROI, because how much would you need? How much are you going to get back? How are you sure you're going to get it back? How can you depend on the Nigerian economy?
I know
So
we discussed this when we're talking about the Oracle model thing.
Frankly, I think, yeah, in my head, the only way what Sean is suggesting might work actually is going to be if the productions on there from Nigeria are like more like the low budget stuff that's happening on YouTube. And then for Hollywood and other cultures, you can have films that maybe showed up 10 years ago or something.
That is not good.
You already have the channels on the cable network that we have in Nigeria trying to do that one already.
Wow.
No, there's no space, to be honest. I don't believe that there's a space for any.
There's no space. I don't think, except the economy becomes better.
Yes, maybe then. But right now, there's premium. Premium is the Red app and the Orange, the rest of them. Then non-premium is YouTube.
Now.
So where do you want to exist? Where do you want to exist?
I was seeing the news about Dune 3, Dune, whatever number they are at. They say they're going to be using IMAX cameras to shoot that film. I was now Googling the budget. I was not checking. I was like, hey, wow. Wow.
Wait.
Camera.
Look, anybody who is thinking about premium services like high budget for stuff that is going to be sold to Nigerians is on a very, very long thing. That is just
now.
Yeah, that's just so IMAX for Nigeria. If IMAX was Nigeria, would have closed up.
I have a dream.
She always has a dream.
That one day, it's going to be egg in face for you all. I have a dream that the very quality Nigerians deserve is one day going to come to us in different sectors. No.
Okay.
They are way deserving of more. All right, so sorry, Irabor, to quickly clear things up earlier when we were talking about Adebayo Salami. So my apologies. It was actually celebrating his 60 years in filmmaking, not his birthday. He's 72 years. So that was to mark the 60 years in filmmaking and not his birthday.
So he started when he was 12.
Viewer that told us this.
How was I?
Oh, okay. That was part of the family.
So you were saying? Terrible.
HOP.
All right, so let's quickly do the numbers and then we get back to talking about what's happening in Nollywood and then we scurry off to Hollywood. So as touching the top 10 TV shows on the Red app in Nigeria, 1 is Squid Game, 2 is The Sandman, 3 is Under a Dark Sun, 4 is The Party, while 5 is Dan Da Dan. That's animation or anime.
Dan. I'm impressed by The Party. Anyway, there's only The Party there because that's proving to have staying power.
Then for the top 10 movies, number 1 is Yam and number 2 is Brick. Number 3 is The Old Guard 2, while number 4 is The Old Guard 1, and number 5 is K-pop Demon Hunters.
That has been quite successful actually. The K-pop Demon Hunters, even in the US as well. I haven't seen it.
Going over to the Blue app, 1 is Heads of State. I started seeing this, I think, earlier in the week. I'm yet to finish it, but
that's the one with Don Cena and
Idris Elba.
and Chopra.
Yes. So have you seen it?
No.
All right.
Come on and run me password for Blue app now, big.
Huh?
Make una run me password for Blue app.
Everybody's cramping out on passwords. Don't let us something illegal on there.
So number 1 is Heads of State on the Blue app. Number 2 is Counts Down. Number 3 is Miss Kanye. I think we talked about it last week. Did any one of you go to see it? Oh, yeah, but does not have password. Okay.
I have somebody.
I say more than run me password.
I just remembered. That was when I said, did anyone? And then I remember you said, sorry, no vex.
I'm saying that the problem is that it's okay for like a Nollywood stuff, but we haven't still cracked the Miss Koi myth well enough in Nollywood. So long thing. So I guess maybe the third time somebody will do it well until then.
Number 4 is Ballads, and number 5 is Dirty Angels. Quickly, we go over to YouTube, the one that Oris thinks is the level of Nigerians. Well, someday again, I have a dream. Number 1, released 3 days ago and has gotten over 700,000 views, is Awishe. Number 2 is More Than Closure. It's an Omoni Oboli movie released 6 days ago, has gotten 1.8 million views. Number 3 is Nasty Feelings, featuring the likes of Destiny Etiko, Chike Daniels, and the likes. And number 5 is Ewa Going 2. Wow. Released 6 days ago, as the likes of Aki Obuna, Wumi Toriola, Daniel Leard, and Kiki, as she's called. Okay, that's about it for YouTube. Let's get down to talking about the updates. Please don't let us enjoy this party alone. You can be a part of it. 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. That's the WhatsApp line for you to send your messages to. And please include your name as well so we know who's talking to us. In a recent LinkedIn post, the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the National Film and Video Censors Board, Dr. Hussaini Shaibu, he announced what is regarded a landmark initiative that promises to reshape the historical documentation of Nigerian cinema. And so what's this? It's that the board is set to release 3 volumes of books cataloging all films and videos registered and classified in Nigeria since the inception of the video era.
Wow. That is a very, very ambitious undertaking. I wonder what is going to be the first film there.
So it shares, it's a compendium of film and video was registered and classified from 1994 to 2004, just to give context to it so that you know what you're looking out for and what you're going to say. Is there anyone that you are looking out?
No, I mean, I'm just wondering, what are they only going to list it? Are they going to be synopsis? Are they going to tell us who and who was in it, who directed it? I just wonder what's.
I want to believe it will have that.
The amount of information there. But I'm very interested in like what exactly was the first film. I think I read something recently about one person claiming to be the person to make the first film in Yoruba language that was I don't know who the person was anymore. But to be the first person to make a film that was classified by the NFVCB back in the day. So yeah, it's an important document, and yeah, the progress in NFVCB. This is really, really huge. 3 volumes.
Mm. That'll be released in September. Irabor, what do you think?
Well, this is a very good thing, if we're being honest. Yes, it is a very lofty undertaking, which is what we need today. We don't have any form of record keeping.
Yeah, our documentation.
We don't have documentation, management, nada. Like we don't have anything. And me, I always say that if we're going to be building from the past, we also need to invest in systems that would ensure future documentation is very, very seamless. I mean, digital rights management, metadata standards. I mean, we need searchable platforms where you can just easily just go and search for something. You know, all these things need to follow, because it's just going to stop at nostalgia, all this effort, if we don't put these things in place. But yeah, I feel it'd be good for research purposes. If people need to find out anything about us, anybody who is looking to write a paper academically or whatnot, because we've been suffering from lack of structured archival systems. I mean, so this catalog, I hope that is just going to be more than a book. It's going to be something,
digitized. I hope it's digitized.
Cultural infrastructure. Yeah, I hope it also digitized, but it should be, like a coffee table type thing too, where people need to, feast their eyes and all that. So yeah, it's good, but I need to see how they're looking to process this whole thing. Let's behind the scenes content, let them have the social media where people can check, let it be an adventurous thing. That's how I would have approached the show.
Unfortunately, it is civil service. I cannot expect.
Oh God! Oh God! Just when I was about to play a round of applause and proceeded by saying that it's not every day you have Oris and Irabor agreeing and lauding the government for something. He comes in the usual fashion.
But Shehu, if we are being honest, I don't think our people, those at the helm, are doing their homework. I don't think they understand the ecosystem that they're even dealing with or even working in. So there are certain people that need to be in certain positions or certain people that need to be contracted to be doing certain things. So yes, this is a good one, but more often than not, they are getting it wrong, entirely wrong.
See, no matter what you guys say, I'm going to give that round of applause. And I'm going to say...
wants to praise the government.
No, it's not that I want to praise the government. See.
I'm happy about the book, but I would like very much if there's a place where you could go to, like the AFI, the American Film Institute, put in something, pay whatever if it's a fee, and get this information online. It will make a ton of sense in 2025.
I totally get you, gentlemen. Thank you for always holding accountable to the standards of excellence. I appreciate that. And trust me, it's not that the bars are so low that we have to celebrate every little glimmer of hope.
It's slow. I'm just slow.
It's
slow. A baby can do high jump with the bar. It's very low.
I am just saying we're grateful and fingers crossed.
In September, we'll see. I mean, we'll be here.
Oh,
a compendium. See name. A compendium. Hey, how can the average man pronounce that word? A compendium.
Please, my friend Shifts, what do you mean? We speak very good English.
Our education system does not even have funding. Where do you want to speak straight English?
Oh, you lost the joke. Well, I was actually making a reference to Trump, to the president of Liberia. All right, so let's move on and talk about another day, another news, another one with not so much details, but again, fingers crossed. So it said that Nigeria and the European Union have sealed a 20 million euro and 20 million euro initiatives aimed at strengthening partnerships between museums, supporting film festivals, and advancing digital creative industries across the country. And this was disclosed in an official statement that was issued on Thursday, that was just yesterday, by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Minister of Arts, Culture and Tourism and the Creative Economy. So, Irabor, let me hear you first.
First of all, I would love to see Oris hold that kind of position. Special advisor to blah, 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 blah. I could just be like, Father Lord.
Is it special advisor or actually the person, the Minister of Arts, Culture and Tourism?
Anything, any position along those lines. Special advisor or minister or the governor of the Nollywood industry.
So what will be your expectations? Or is the usual?
No, from Oris. From Oris being in that position. No, that one. No. I just say, Boss Alpha, when will they do this meeting? How are we taking over? Simple. They will let me know. And
taking over what?
History. Taking over the world, say. We will turn Nollywood to Afro beats and beyond. What are you saying? The Avengers that we will assemble. No, exactly. Seriously. The Avengers that we will assemble. I'm not even joking. No, Shehu, forget. No. See strategy where we just give NFVCB now.
One day.
I mean, it's supposed to have been our turn 5 years ago. I don't understand.
How will it be your turn? What are you doing to make sure it's your turn?
We're on your show, for example.
There's a difference between talking about it and taking some steps.
to be in a position.
We are taking steps.
This is actually a vital step, you know. We're speaking to the public about what should be done.
Mm.
Week in, week out.
Uh-huh.
She
She wants us to go and fight. Okay,
Let's
seriously,
talk about it.
seriously now. The story is the whole piracy thing, Abi.
No,
No.
we're talking about the 20.
Sorry.
Look at you. That's what happens. And you want.
Okay, 20 million deal, not verse now.
Imagine if you have so many files on your table and you're supposed to remember things. Look at what you have exhibited.
That is why I will have SA, special assistants.
He's the advisor.
So, anyway, so advisor self gets assistant. So my point is, we have another press release again with all these things that we don't really clearly understand what the details appear to be. So I don't understand the EU support to Nigeria's museums and festivals. After they've looted our this thing, they're now coming to give us reparations in one way. She understands. So I don't get it. But I mean, all these things must come with accountability. Funding is not strategy. I will always say it. Funding is not strategy. What matters to me is what we build with it. Are we funding world-class post-production labs? Are we creating accessible film research libraries? What are we doing? What is it? I don't understand. Like, the thing is just so confusing sometimes when I see all these press releases, because I still go back after the show sometimes to go and check, like, okay, well, what am I not understanding? And you don't even have information. You don't have some of these associations don't even have websites. They don't even have functional social media platforms. They don't even. So why would somebody even want to register to AGN? Why would somebody even want to be part of DGN? Why would somebody even want to know more information about? Like, it's just so discouraging. But again, no, before she will come for me, because I've already seen her eyes.
Pro-government.
No, I am not pro-government. I am very objective. I am the neutral middle ground.
I
am the middle ground.
There's a lot of issues with the way we communicate some of these issues. I remember that just a few days ago when the US announced that they were doing whatever they're doing with the passports, with the visas for Nigeria. I think a day later or so, the Bianca Ojuku's wife, I guess the late Ojuku's wife, put out her own statements about, and I was like, wait, between what you've put out and what the US put out, it's practically just a copy and paste. Do you get? We're expecting that you give us more clarity on what has happened, and it wasn't really there. I think the same thing happened with some of these creative economy press releases. You hear the figure, you hear the parties who are putting in the money, but how do people access that money? No idea. What happens? No idea. Just like, okay, so what exactly are we supposed to do with this information? We are happy that the EU is bringing 20 million, but how exactly will that go for 3 things? They said the film festivals, right? Is there film production there for museums and advising the digital?
Advancing.
Bros, this is the biggest I've ever heard in my life.
I'll tell you part of the things they told us. As part of the initiative, Minister Musawa revealed ongoing plans to provide and produce a unity song featuring leading Nigerian artists. The song is expected to promote national cohesion and address security concerns through the power of music.
You see, you have not even pissed me off. You see what I'm talking about? Is this
you read it before?
Is this 1980s?
We are the world. We are the children.
God. God. So, Oris, I'm not going to say anything. Let me just leave it be.
I think anyway with this here, I would hope that because look at this. You say you want to do something for museums, for film festivals, and for digital creative economy. There was a unity song to play for this thing, for God's sake. And you can bet that a chunk of that money is going to go to that bloody song.
Music has power, language. Music has power.
It's like you want to do. It's like you're doing a walk for malaria, and you are not in any way going to the markets or schools or rural areas to conduct testing and treatment. You're just doing a walk. That's what this song is about. You do the song. People don't even have the data. People don't even have the data to go on the music streaming service. You're not doing a song. How much is it to do? See, yeah, that's why I
Okay, so
said,
as part
oh,
of that release, the minister said there's the importance of data-driven policy making, stating comprehensive. I'm rubbing salt into the injury. Yes, I know. Cultural data mapping will be essential to guide targeted interventions to measure impact and ensure more efficient resource allocation across the creative economy. You can join this conversation by sending your messages to WhatsApp 0809 444 0981. Again, 0809 444 0981. And on WhatsApp, Oluwaseun says, Seun Awalokan. Sorry, Awalokan, meaning Irabor and Oris. Leave that thing.
see,
Oris and Irabor are qualified now. To be honest, Seun, I'm yet to see anyone come on air to passionately talk about the movie industry, the challenges, and how to prefer solutions like the way Irabor and Oris do. Make una take on our flowers. I've been a champagne.
We'll take
It's
both.
11:46, so they won't take that.
we'll take
Now,
both.
gentlemen, just in
Brilliant.
case it's not very obvious
Okay.
yet, a huge chunk of what I'm doing is sarcasm. But go on, Irabor.
So, what do you think the title of that song would be?
And we are Nigeria now. What are you talking about?
Why didn't they use? Why they not using the money to do film?
My brother,
Look,
let's move on
no,
because
we can't
this
move on.
this-
This is unfortunate.
this is 11:47 and we need to talk about that thing.
No,
Because
why not
truth
use
is-
that
now,
thing to
hold
do
on.
film?
Hold on, Irabor. Remember, this was what we talked about the last time. I've forgotten what it was. I think we've had so many press releases, so many numbers that we have lost count of the details because there's almost never a detail that is memorable enough to be remembered. So we keep having this chunk of things and we don't even know where to start from. I mean, there are people who really have the dreams, but they're not even sure, like you rightly said, how to access. What are the details? Who is qualified for these things? What are the processes they need to take? If they but what is assigned? On what ground is a person assigned an amount and so on? Yes, trust me. Yeah. So let's go on. Let's talk about more. And this time we'll quickly talk about how Nigerians are flocking to a piracy site that we definitely are not mentioning because of the current increase in the fee of the Red app. Is it? Oh, it has always been. It's a new thing?
I can't hear Oris again.
Has anything changed?
Yeah, better. Yeah.
Okay. Seun is talking about. You heard what Seun said a bit
Yes.
about a new platform people are talking to because of. Yes, exactly. So yes,
It just has more influx because they.
I don't necessarily believe that people go to that particular site because of the increase in figure. I think people who were going to go there were going to go there anyway. I'm still paying whatever it is they are asking me to pay. So people like me would definitely not go there. In any case, I do not know what the economics is, or rather are for a platform like that. How does it even work? And they're paying money. That's what I'm shocked about. But I guess that's like an aggregating platform in that they have from across the streaming apps.
Yeah, so
and make it available.
That was one of the things that I had to remember.
I made a reference to it, but again, there is a lot of sense in what you guys said about the space for another streaming app. I think let's just leave that. So
yeah, I know back in the day there used to be platforms that will take from what's the name? The biggest cable entity in Africa, those guys, and the smaller ones, and then create this special bouquet for certain people. And of course, they had to crush them. This is when I was going up. They crushed them, and that was good. I think something like that has to happen for something like this because why are you accepting money for
what is the content that
that you didn't produce?
And that you know that the people who produce these things need to recoup all the things.
It's ridiculous because
what of the ones that actually sell hard drives with latest films and people buy?
You have to be kidding. People do that.
That's a new one.
Yes, now
they sell hard drives.
Yes,
containing movies recently released.
Yes.
Okay, this is well. To be fair, but I haven't actually heard about this. But in any case, I wonder if there is a huge takeaway from all of this. Is it the case that, for instance, the Red app, are they really losing revenue with the existence of this particular platform? I wonder because I think
I feel they are losing revenue.
But is it substantial enough for them to be worried? for at least this particular part of the world.
If they've not been losing revenue, I believe they will boastfully post their numbers. And the Red app has been very cagey about their numbers.
Oh no, but I mean they do have. I think the last time they said it about their subscribers, it was about 322. I think that was the last.
But there's no data showing it. Do you understand? Like they just say it, but there's no data showing it.
That's fair. I did read, I think sometime last week anyway, that Hollywood studios, instead of pursuing people who are putting up their recent content on YouTube, they just speak to the platform and the money goes to Hollywood. That's
just like what they did too now in piracy before, back in the day too.
Yeah, so instead of pursuing everybody, say, hey, give me my money, take it down and blah blah blah. Some of them just say, you know what? Just when you're going to monetize it against an ad, send us that cash. That's exactly what many Hollywood studios are doing. So I think that makes sense. But I wonder if that's possible for a platform that is independently hosted and it's of itself, a piracy then. YouTube is supposed to be legal. So that's why, of course, they can do that for Hollywood studios. I do not know that it's necessarily possible to do that for a platform that is the basic business model is illegal. So I think there's a huge problem here. and I'm sure that in a few weeks or months, they're going to kind of find a way to crush them.
All right, let's quickly run over to Hollywood now and talk about what's happening there, starting with Guy Ritchie exiting as the director of Roadhouse 2. I think we talked about it when we got teasers and word of, I think it was Irabor that mentioned it.
Well, maybe that was it.
I think. Well, am I mixing things up? Anyways, so we're not clear about what happened and why they decided to part ways. However, so far, they said the film is going to begin production December. Well, Guy Ritchie will no longer be the director.
This is on the Blue app, right? Because this was not in the cinemas. This was a film that went to the Blue app, if I remember clearly.
Yeah, Roadhouse, yes.
Okay, so it's a little weird to me how Guy Ritchie is almost one of those guys who has like a thriving business on streaming apps. Unlike, say, Christopher Nolan, who insists that, you know what, his movies must go to the cinemas. Guy has become a guy who he has become a guy who does stuff on streaming. I don't know if that seems to be almost like a step down from his lofty heights in the 90s and early 2000s.
One has to evolve.
Well, I mean, good for him. He's made a few decent movies on there, so I guess good for him. But I don't think Guy is no longer in the top 10 or top 20 Hollywood directors anymore. Such is life.
In terms of talent, or in terms of
everything
what
else,
he turned out
except finances. I don't think you are thinking about Hollywood and mentioning Guy Ritchie anymore in the way you used to mention. You know, you can mention Tarantino, for instance. I don't think Guy is on that level anymore. But I guess this is whatever works for him, I guess.
Do you have anything to say to that, Irabor?
I beg to differ a little bit.
Okay.
I feel everybody, just like you would say now, James Omokwe, you know, he has his niche. You have certain other people too who do certain things. You have the Biodu Steven niche. You have the film boy Morafa niche, you know, and co and co and co. So I feel if you're still in business,
yes,
you're still in high demand, even if it's streaming, even if it's cinema. I feel if we didn't have streaming, I feel the industry would have, you know, been lopsided one way. There would have been a huge losses some way, some shape or form. So I feel if you have good experienced guys who are still servicing it and the expertise is tied to those streaming services, I still think it's a good thing, not a step down per se.
Do you feel,
you know,
do you feel this way about, say, Nollywood and say the great Kunle Afolayan?
Kunle Afolayan. So I feel with Kunle in his case, Kunle sort of just saw, because Kunle was doing, I can say African Magic.
No, but no, yeah, he.
Okay, I mean, Kunle was doing those films. Remember, was it Rock 2 or all those films? Like Kunle was doing.
Yes, he did. No, but that was a period. He did for a year. He did 3 films for that particular platform. But before then, he was the box office king, wasn't he?
Did we even have a box office
October 1? CEO.
Arara Mirege also from back then.
Would we call it the box office?
It was the box office king.
Let's call it box office-ish, you know. I mean, because if you look at the numbers by whatever it was produced, I won't call it box. But John Shai was the highest person at that point in time. I think
yes, exactly.
But now the thing is, I don't care about the platform. My own is what is the product. Now, he has tried in terms of the streaming, but I feel he relaxed at a point where I feel because he knew everything was coming to him, he just was doing what Tyler is doing now.
No, I don't disagree. I agree fully with that actually. I'm just saying that in terms of considering somebody who was the king of the box office, he deviated and went to cable for a year. Then of course
because man need money.
Yeah, the radar people came calling. He then showed up there, and it looks like now that they've left, what happens now? Because I think his last movie at the cinemas, I don't think he did very well. Recall, which was there for like, I don't know, maybe 2 seconds. So the question is,
he didn't use the right distributor.
Yeah, I mean, whichever way, but a college should be able to have that condition at the highest level. But it looks like that might no longer be the case. I'm just saying that if you're thinking of Guy hasn't quite stepping down, it feels like you should extend the same thing to Kunle, right?
Yeah, we can. No, we can. I get your point. But me, I'm just saying, platform is not really the issue for me. It's more like
product
even if you're on this, the product. Even if you're even doing a YouTube film, I expect it to be good. Let's keep quiet because no one wants to talk.
Yes, it's 56 minutes past 11 o'clock. It's not that I want to talk. I want us to wrap up so that we can leave and also take some messages. 0809-444-0981. We were going to go through that. How clairvoyant of you, Ma. Says Oluwaseun, Oris and Irabor. So far, what do you think of James Gunn's DC versus Zack DC's adaptations?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the new Superman. I've heard good things, and hopefully this weekend I'll see it, and then we can talk about it next week.
Oh, so we should keep it in the cooler then?
I don't. Has anybody else seen it?
No, I've not. But then
the film came out yesterday now.
It's coming out in Nigeria today.
No, I think they have new screenings because I have a few friends who saw it yesterday actually. So they are the ones who told me that that they like it. So, but I'm like, I have to see it for myself. I don't trust their views. Sorry, Seredo. Whoever is listening, sorry, but I don't trust their views. So I have to see it for myself.
So, well, Dinkin says that James Gunn made a mistake calling Superman an immigrant and he's going to hurt the box office numbers. We're going to keep our fingers crossed on that one. So I guess the gentlemen will be discussing and reviewing Superman next week. So Ima from Lagos, we have to keep our fingers crossed for that one. Finally, because we need to jump out of the studio, what's your take on Charlize Theron calling out studios for not wanting to take a risk on female-led action movies? You said you watched Old God 2, or was it Irabor? And you were trying to understand what's going on.
I mean, if that's what she's going to be acting and she wants female-led movies,
is it her fault or is it the director's fault or is it the writer's fault?
As in, so is this thing? So I have to talk about this thing. See, I think there's a certain level of delusion with women in business and in show business. There is this delusion where they think that they understand what the business is about. Like in WNBA now, they are talking about they want profit sharing. They are in a minus. How would you want profit sharing in a minus business? You are not going to get anything. In fact, you're the one that's supposed to be paying. So I mean, so this is not even a gender thing. This is not even a gender thing. I will say this to even a man. Do you understand? So I think that these people who are multi-millionaires should just shut up and produce things and see how it is. As in, come on now. She has 5 movies. She has done Ian Flux. She has done Mad Max Fury. She has done Old Guard, 2 Old Guards. She has done I can't remember. I will Google it. Atomic Blonde. She will soon do Redhead Girl.
The sequel for Mad Max.
I mean, come on now. Like Zoe Saldana too is doing action there. There's action. Women are let's stop all this narrative, this wokeism. Like James Gunn, whatever name he is gone. He's saying that this person is an immigrant. It has to be
immigrant from another planet now.
He says he's an immigrant. Let him go and challenge Superman. Whether I know I beam for your head. I beg.
Thank you, gentlemen. We're done for today. Unfortunately, we need to wrap things up and leave. But thank you for your time. Thank you for your unfiltered takes. And thank you for always holding the people who can bring up to a standard of excellence by their jugular. We appreciate you. So, are you back on socials?
No.
Yes.
Well, I am back. I've always been on socials. I'm just on X or on Twitter these days, and it's Catch Oris as always. Like I say, catch me online, but not on the streets. And for Instagram, check our African cinema platform called Fimefico. Thank you very much.
Irabor.
Check me at Irabor Okosun 100.
How many followers do you have now?
Yeah, he's not posting anything because it's kind of
I have
different.
Last week it was 5.
Six.
Progress. my
Thank you,
friend,
thank you,
progress.
thank you.
Take
Progress,
one
progress,
step at a time.
progress. Hey, voila.
It's time for the Casbah now, and it's a Friday, so it means that we're throwing it all the way back on Golden Oldies. It's been Film Focus. You can go back to watch this on YouTube at Smooth 91 FM Lagos. My name is Oluwaseun. Thank you. When did you get the appointment?
Amen.
No,
Amen.
amen,
Okay.
no, amen,
We need
no.
to change things, honestly.
No, Shey, no. See, make I not even talk. We're still live on YouTube, abi.
Wonderful.
Already.
Are we live on
Already.
YouTube?
Oh, let me end it
Uh-huh.
before you say things that will make me